Remember what your mama said when the weather's hot. Talk about all your girls where the jungle ride. Well, this girl's a friend of mine. They call it forbidden fruit. But don't you know I'm taking my time, 'cause I'm gonna get it soon. Jungle ride. Let's go.
Hello vinyl community, Steve here of flipsideCT. Appreciate you joining me here, watching, tuning in. Hopefully get some vinyl record recommendations and some insight to some music. Learn something, teach me something. Been watching the 2018 vinyl tag, which is really interesting. Fun to see and get an insight to people, you know, other than just showing the records and trying to bang something out quickly, but it gives a good insight. So maybe I'm going to try to do that. I have a few other things to do. I know my punk list, Vinyl Rich did one. A few other things. I know I got to show my wife's album still and get her on this video to have her help me out. Still a lot of things, timing. So I got a few things here, very interesting records, I should say. Glad to show these, and you know, if some of these you do know about, let me know. You know, some of these things I'm just getting turned on to after doing some research. But my last video I talked about 1971 being a great rock and roll year, and Benny from Taiwan. Benny, thank you. You gave me a recommendation of a book, Never a Dull Moment, 1971. It's about the year that rock exploded. Perfecto. I just got this today, so I'm really excited to read this. You know, Keith and Graham Parsons on the cover. I know I'm in good shape there. So that's that was pretty cool to see, and know there's a book out. So there's those of you know Stones album, Some Girls, Tattoo You, Emotional Rescue. There's a harmonica playing on there. Well, some of it is not Mick. And you know, growing up, I know when I first heard those albums, you automatically think it's Mick. I'm not sure if Sugar Blue was credited or not, but Sugar Blue was a guy from New York City, moved to Paris, and Mick saw him on the streets playing and brought him up to the studios. They were doing Some Girls. Next thing you know, he's playing harmonica, I Miss You. Just unbelievable to think about that. And like I said, he did Down in the Hole, Send It to Me, which are just some of my favorite Stones songs. Anyway, so his brother called him after the album came out, and he said, "Man, you got to listen to this guy playing harmonica, and I'll miss you." It's so. And he told him, he's modest, saying, "Hey, you know, bro, that's me." So he played Willie Dixon, Bob Dylan, Stan Getz, Prince, Zappa, and geez, he played with Ray Charles. But he wanted, the Stones asked him to come with them permanently, to be on tour with them. He did play a couple shows. You could see him, you know, in some footage, and you know, but he wanted to go to his solo career, and he wanted to start putting out his own music. So this is his first or second. This is called Crossroads. Came out in '79. Some Girl 78 to 79. He played, when I first put it on, I see Sonny Boy Williamson is the first song. It just cool song. Started listening to the other ones, and weak. And then the last song is another Sonny Boy Williamson, and of course that's a good one. So we got a sandwich in there of some bad and clunkers. It's just very mellow. Could have been used better, but Sugar Blue, that's the story of him. I think he's still around, cranking. This is nothing new to some of you folks, but Record Store Day, Kiss My Amps Live, Volume 2. I bought this once before, I had to return it. It was warped, yeah. And the guy took it back, but I had to fish around, and I got another one. I just love Petty, and the quality is great. Volume 1 is the one to get, but this one's still available out there. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I had to get it through... No, maybe I got it at a store. But anyway. Okay, jumping into a little different. And again, if this is a band you know of, no information, hey, let me know. I don't think I'm the only one that knows about this. But it's a band called Cargo. 4 songs. They're from Holland. They're Dutch, of course. And 1971 or 72. 72. Short-lived band. And 2 brothers. And they basically psych, hard rocking, dual guitars like a Wishbone Ash, Thin Lizzy, weaving in between, just cool music. The interplay is just wonderful. So this is a 2012 reissue. I think I got this from Europe. I don't remember. Anyway. Cool music, just enjoyable for me. Good rocking. This next fellow is a guy from Baltimore. When you think of Baltimore, you don't think of music coming out of there. But this guy in 1975, his name is George Brigman, and he's sort of a do-it-yourself guy. And in 74, 70, whatever time, I think about the end of the Dolls, some punk, but who knows what he was thinking. He came out with an album, his own record label, Solid Records, George Brigman's album called Jungle Rock. And like I said, Baltimore, PCP was their flavor of choice. Angel Dust, not good stuff to be doing, but that's what they were doing at the time. Just some young kids. He wanted to do a blues album, and this is what came out. It's psych, garage, punk. He did what he wanted, and that's why I really enjoyed his album, because it's not a typical album. The sound, is a little wavy in quality, but it's just pretty raw and fun, and it's something good. I'm putting this, categorizing it right here in my punk collection, because I think that's where it goes. You could put it in garage. But he has that sound, and of course, a little bit of Iggy, and but his guitar work is fun, and that's what I could say. You're gonna love it, you're gonna hate it, whatever. I think it's a gem, and it's something I'm glad to share it with you. George Brigman. Okay, here's a band from Hamburg, Germany, 1971, Ken Hensley. If you don't know who he is, Uriah Heep, guitars, keyboards. During the time of Salisbury and Looking at Yourself, he put together this band called Weed. Now, this does look like weed, but it's more rag weed from your lawn, and this awful picture of this woman, God knows what they were thinking. I don't think they had part of this. It's on the label, and there's a little write-up that's in German and English, but here's the guys. So 2 guitars, again, weaving in and out. There's 3 songs on each side, and I found out Ken Hensley in 1965 was in a band called The Gods. Mick Taylor, I think they played together or crossed, but The Gods also is Greg Lake in 67, so there's some tie-in here. It's pretty cool to find out, but this came from France or Germany. Yeah, I think the guy lived in France, but sent it to me from Germany. Anyway, Ken was not fond of this album. He was with his girlfriend, and they were just fighting and fighting and fighting, and it was just miserable. But like I said, it was in between those two albums when he recorded this in '71, 31 minutes long. And like I said, he didn't like it. Fans do. I dug it. All right. So, talked about Tom Petty before. I just love Petty. I saw him so many times. I lost count. I just, whenever he was around in the 80s, I never saw him in the 70s, but I would see him a lot. And like I said in prior videos, back up with Dylan. And anyway, when I find some good albums that are high quality, I get it. And I found this one, and it's called Torpedoes in Texas. And this is the Houston broadcast, 1979. So Damn the Torpedoes just came out, and they were touring, and this is just, when I got the album, I was home alone, and I cranked the sucker and blew my doors off. I had chills. I was just in the chair, just rocking, looking at the album, listening, looking at the album, and that's what it's about. I was just so pleased with this. This is just mind-blowing cool. The song list is just remarkable. Cry to Me was one of the cool songs I heard. Solomon Burke played that. Stones covered it, and maybe a couple others, but he does it. It's like a Love in Vain. Beautiful sounding song from him, Mike Campbell. But you know, Refugee, and then they play I Fought the Law, which was really big back then, and close with Route 66. Just, if you're a Petty fan, please look for this. Ben, if you can. I forgot to show this. This was about $10. A sealed Brownsville Station, yeah, album. I forgot who. I apologize. Somebody told me I need to get this. You know, glam-ish rock band from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Smoking in the Boys' Room. Yeah, but they play Sweet Jane on this album. So this was sealed. I was curious what it was going to be looking like, but it was perfect. That's it, folks. One last thing. My daughter, back in December, came to us. We knew she wanted to move. She wanted to go somewhere. 21 years old, has a dog, and just not attached. And we helped her and supported her. So she tells us, Thanksgiving. I found a place. I'm moving to California, to San Diego. Whoa. So we only have a few days, and she's cleaning up, packing, excited as all hell. Start a new life. Sad for us, but we're happy so much for her because she's gonna just do what she wants to do, and she's a rockin' chick. She is a sweetheart girl. Love her to death, and she gave me her albums. A lot of them I purchased, some she got, but she gave me her albums to take care of. She says, do not sell the Zeppelin. She had this one, Perks of Being a Wallflower. I just saw the movie again. I saw this in the movie theater with her. There's a Tugboat, is a cool band, Tugboat. Is that their name? No, Galaxy 500. The song was Tugboat. I love this because in the movie they play Heroes, Bowie, and they didn't know that it was Bowie, and they say, who is this? They wound up finding out, here's that band that we heard that we liked. So I thought that was pretty neat. This is a fun movie, really cool. But these are, she told me, take care of my rock and roll. Like I said, some few things I got for her. She knows her stuff. She loves her just classic rock and roll and some of her new bands. She was into that, some of that heavy, oh my gosh, Beyond the Horizon. That's just too much for me, and I'm glad she's removed from that. let me see, Mumford and Sons. There's some of the new ones. This one's still sealed. But she would play this. She plays guitar, taught herself. I would hear her playing, a lot of Pink Floyd. So, you know, these are just her albums I'm taking care of. I think this one's mine. Little Snake. Joan Jett. You know, and then Floyd. But anyway, that's my little girl, big girl now. And hey, now I got a place to go hang out in San Diego. Maybe retire part-time and check out vinyl in San Diego on the West Coast. Man, that would be cool. So I think probably in the summer we'll be heading out there, or maybe sooner. Anyway, that's it, BC. I hope you enjoyed. You got something out of this. That's what it's about, to turn on. And again, if there's something in there that you knew about, just, hey, tell me. But hopefully someone got something out of there. Cool. Talk to you soon.
You are alive. And you stand up and see the lights on the buildings and everything that makes you wonder. And you're listening to that song on that drive with the people you love most in this world. And in this moment, I swear, we are infinite.